this off then. Welcome to the channel. Welcome back to those of you who have subscribed, and also a hello to any new people who are swinging by the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the Law of Gestation. Now, the Law of Gestation is a law that obviously is used with maternity and all that kind of stuff, but we aren't using that one. We're using the Law of Gestation in regards to the Law of Attraction, and only so far as much as to describe the reasons why sometimes things take a little longer for us to get and how we can shorten that time up. And specifically in relation to any health goals that you have going on. So the Law of Gestation basically states that there's a time period after you make and form an idea to when that thought form starts to sprout actions and becomes fruitful, right? It's very similar to agricultural, actually. So if you look at an agricultural cycle, or the cycles that we follow, right, what you'll find is that first you have to break up the soil and make sure that the soil is broken enough so that seeds can germinate and take root there, right? So the first things we need to do is we need to take and become aware of habits that either support us or habits that quite frankly aren't very supportive, right? We need to look at what areas that we have that are causing us to have setbacks, and be really honest at taking a look at it instead of judging ourselves and being all harsh or feeling guilt and shame about it. Really thinking about what those things can tell us, right? Gathering the information, becoming aware. Then we make a plan of action. What are the types of things? Oh, hello. Check this out. That is a big slug. Hopefully you can see it. Anyway, okay. But then we have to have a plan of action. What are some of the things that we can do that will help us get to where we want to go, and then of course to figuring out where it is that we want to go and defining that. After you figure out where you want to go and what actions you're going to take, before you start anything, you kind of need to have your why, right? We've discussed you need to have a why. So you need to know your reasons for why, and having a pros and a cons list are part of that, right? So then you figured out your actions, you figured out a system to put those actions into little daily steps towards that bigger goal. We started to break down or chew that goal down into smaller pieces, and so now you've got small little daily action steps. So when you plant those in the garden of your life, right, it's going to take a while to see the fruit. When you eat a healthy diet, you don't instantly start to see outwardly all of the benefits of that. You may experience some, but most people, it takes a little while before their energy levels pick up, before their digestive systems feel better, before they release the toxins from all of the processed foods that they've had before, right? It takes a little while after you've began exercising to start reaping the rewards of that exercising. First, your muscles will be sore. Then you've got to work through the soreness, and you might actually get puffy because you're actually getting some swelling into the joints and such. And then after a while, you might start having reduced inflammation and not be so sore. You might then start to, become getting stronger, find more endurance and things like that. But outwardly, your appearance may not change for a while, right? That is the law of gestation. Things take time. just like a seed, you've got your little, roots sprouting. Maybe maybe up above you can start to see that there's some tendrils or shoots starting to grow. But oftentimes there's a lot of this kind of slow change going on, but it's steady change. And so that's why I say, celebrate the small wins. Notice how far you've come in your journey. Notice all of these things, because the law of gestation means that you've got to be in it for the long haul, right? That's why this is a lifestyle change, not a quick fix, not a diet, not a magic pill. It is a lifestyle change. So when you make these changes, you don't want to say, okay, my goal is to get to X, Y, and Z, and then once I get there, not have a plan. No, you got to look past your goal. You got to have vision to look past this goal, right? Have vision to look past the goal and start to see what life is going to be like once you obtain it and how you're going to maintain it, right? And start to put in the processes for that as well. Eventually, you're going to need to go through some shit. Because you know what? The shit is the fertilizer. That means that you're going to have to go through all of the resistance and things that we talked about and figure out ways to have that be fertilizing the seed, right? So that you can work through all of the stuff and resistance that comes up and use that to move you forward instead of letting it destroy you and burn you, right? Too much fertilizer can burn somebody, right? So instead of seeing everything negatively, start to look at how you can work it in as a positive, right? So you use that fertilizer. Then you've got the period of nurturing and watering, and then this gets boring, but you're going to need to do some self-care along the way, some self-reflection, making sure that you're making all of the ground still fertile by maintaining it, right? Maintaining it with these healthy habits. And then after a while, these habits are going to take root so much, they're going to grow to be such a part of your life. Before you know it, other people are going to say, hey, what are you doing? What is that you've been doing? Man, you look great. Wow, I can't believe how much energy you have. You've been doing so many things. All of that good stuff, right? And that's because you finally have come to the point where you're ready to harvest the benefits of that. But even after the harvest, you have to store up things, right? So when you're storing up things, that's when you're looking out past what you've accomplished, and you can start saying, okay, now that I've integrated this in my life, what's the next thing that I want to do? Anyway, that's my little 2 bits for today. I want to thank you all for subscribing to the channel. If you like this video, there's tons more. Go back and check out some of the lists that I've got going on, and make sure that you subscribe to my channel. All right, thank you. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.